Hello there, this is Rom Wills, here to give you that raw game. Today, I'm going to talk about the good man. Now, I first introduced the good man in one of my videos where I talked about how women had 5 men. And that video is in the link to it is in the description box below. But I want to do this video just to specifically talk about the good man. Now, before I really get into him, let me back up a bit. Let me give you some background. The thing to understand about all human beings, this is all human beings, go across races, all of that stuff. All people have two faces, a social face and a sexual face. And to be honest, these two faces are rarely congruent in an individual. In other words, it's rare that their social face and their sexual face are going to be the same thing. For example, you can have a woman who by day is very conservative dress. She pins her hair up, wears glasses. But then at night, she's a part of several swingers clubs. And, she's just throwing the pussy. And, you could have a guy who seems like, socially, he can seem like he's the man. He can seem like he's on top of everything. He's running everything. That whole alpha male thing. But then sexually, he's a dud. He ain't doing anything. He gets no play. So you have that dynamic. Now, I kind of addressed that dynamic a little bit in my book, Nice Guys and Players, and all of that with regard to the men. But I'm going to focus on women and how this plays into the good men for this video. See, here's the thing. In that video, when I talked about many women having 5 men, she wasn't necessarily having sex with all 5 of those men. But now I want to talk about the men she's typically having sex with. Let's break that from 5 men to 2 men. Many women, they'll meet that public guy, that guy who satisfies the social face. Now, see, the social face is that's the face that the public sees. That's the face that the church, the church that person goes to sees. The work people see. Everything. That's the one that's conforming to whatever society says is right and just and moral and all that good stuff. And because of that social phase, women, they'll look for a certain type of guy. Usually what I term as masked men. The guys who fit that criteria. If this society as a whole says, hey, the ideal man has to be 6'2", has to have a certain credit score, has to have an education. Well, the men who fit that criteria are there. But see, that's a social thing, right? Sexually, that woman's needs might be totally different. Whereas, see, the thing is, here's the issue. Let me just not take too long with this and just jump right into it. Many women you'll see a woman walking around with a guy, right? And, it looks like they cool. He might look like he's dominant, and, she's deferring to him and all of that. And to the untrained eye, they might think, oh, man, he's the man. He got this little fine-ass woman. But what's not known is she has a man on the side, a maintenance man, a side joint, a backdoor nigga. And that's the good man. And see, the good man's sole purpose is to give a woman that good dick. That's it. Because a lot of times for whatever reason, we just live in a culture where we try to keep sexuality and we in the dark or behind closed doors. I mean, I've done relationship seminars with so-called grown folks, and it was uncomfortable for these so-called grown folks, some of whom were grandparents, to discuss sex. I was at one relationship seminar, and the host was like, okay, y'all want to discuss romance, y'all want to discuss sex. Ron was like, I want to discuss sex, everybody else romance. And I was like, well, we ain't getting no romance unless we're talking about sex. But people didn't want to do it. And then when people do it, they look at them funny, because even some men don't want to discuss it. But that's, as I always like to say, that's another video. The good man, that's the one that the woman turns to for sexual satisfaction. See, the problem with the social guy is the woman typically didn't get him for his dick. One of the concepts that's floated around on the internet, particularly in the manosphere, is that concept of alpha fucks beta bucks. Now the general concept is the alpha male, the women, they all chasing the alpha male, they riding that cock carousel and all of that, right? And then when they ready to settle down, they get the beta provider, right? Well, think about it like this. That's partly true, but here's the thing: many women don't give up that alpha dick. They just keep it on the low. So they'll get that guy who's socially acceptable, the one they can take around their family, the one they can take to the family reunion, the one who looks good on paper. So the only problem is, in a lot of cases, that man might not look that good to the woman. He might not turn her on sexually. He might not turn her on physically. Because when women are looking to settle down socially, when they're looking to get that right guy, that's when you, like a lot of dating coaches, there's some dating coaches who will say looks don't matter. That's the case where it doesn't, because it's more or less fulfilling that social contract type of thing. They just were looking for the guy they can stand looking at, decent looking, but he's doing those other things. He got the job, he goes to the right church, got the credit rating, he knows which fork to use at a public restaurant. He's just right. She can take him out with him. But the issue is that whole sexual nature of a woman is still there. See, the difference between a man's sexual face and a woman's sexual face is, men, we have zero problems showing ours, to be honest. Even if we don't want to discuss it, we'll show ours. We don't have a problem. There's not as much of a difference between a man's sexual face and a social face. We'll show it any time of day. Women, though, like many women, suppress it. And you have to really know how to look at them to even see it. Because I've known some women who, you see them literally like they look like church women. But then I've had them say some stuff to me that made my chocolate ass blush. I was like, damn. Oh, shit. Oh, sugar duggy now. And the thing is, because women have that sexual nature, that sexual need, and it's a primal need, and it's a physical need, it has nothing to do with anything the man socially brings to the table. She just wants that dick. She wants that primal man thing. And what happens is, there's developed a class of men who brings it. Now, let me give y'all something about nice guys and players. And, a lot of people familiar with it, the categories and everything, the female selection criteria. The good man is also known as Mr. Goodbar. And, I don't really correct people, but here's the thing. Mr. Goodbar is not necessarily the man in the limelight. He's not like necessarily that alpha male who's at the center of attention dominating a party. Now he's over in the corner, like about to get his, about to grind some woman up against the wall, or just chilling. Because what happens is, when a man develops that whole good bar persona, that whole good man, maintenance man persona, he learns that all the women throwing themselves at him are not necessarily single. What happens is, with the good man, that's the man who finds out very early in life that women are just going for him because of his physical attributes. Don't believe me? Every time I want anybody listening to this video, just do a search on teachers having sex with their students. That's the beginning of the good bar right there. Now think about this. Think about these teachers, right? These are older women. These are women who got homes, cars, in many cases, husbands. What the hell can that young boy do for him other than fuck him? He can't take him out. He can't. Is he going to discuss world events? I don't care how smart he is. He could be a certified genius. How far is he going to go? That dude still lit. He's still sleeping at his mama's house in that same bunk bed he's had since he was 12. Hell, with some of these teachers, dude might have just been 12 last year. That young boy got one thing. It's just his physical presence. You know, these dudes, they hit puberty. They start to fill out a little bit. And the woman just wants that dick from him. That's just some primal shit. You got women putting their jobs on the line for that dick from some young boy. Hell, the young boy might not even be able to fuck. What the hell he know about making love to a woman? Best he could do is go in there. She might direct him and say, look, hit this shit, bang. She might teach him some shit. But it's basically she attracted to him for that primal thing. And see, that's where it starts. That's where good bar starts. You look at just over the years when I run into dudes who are in that good man role, or even just dudes who might be maybe a little bit more public, most of them point to a time when they've had an encounter with an older woman as a young boy. Unfortunately, some of those cases were molestation, but all of them can point to some attention. They learn very early in life they don't have to do shit for the women. Just the women choose up on them. That's the real shit. They ain't chasing no women down. I mean, come on now. You got some 15-year-old dude having sex with some 30-year-old woman. How the fuck he gonna like mack her down? What he gonna do? Borrow his mama's car to take her to some fast food place? You know, what the fuck he gonna be talking about? Nah, his sole purpose is that woman chooses up on him. You know, she decided she gonna get that young motherfucker some pussy. And that's where it starts. And see, the good man, as they grow, they learn that. They learn, hey, older women will do this. What'll happen is, you'll have a good man, and they could be having sex with about 10 women. But 7 of those women, no, I say maybe 4 of those women are married. Another 3 got serious boyfriends. And the other 3 might be single, but be those like type of legitimately independent women who, you know, they just got out of a marriage or whatever. And whatever the case, and they legitimately want that independence still, but they just need some good dick every now and then. You know, I remember a book. I don't usually give shout outs, but I remember there was a book written by Michael Baisden. He's written 2 books. It was the Maintenance Man books. He wrote one back in the mid-90s, and then there was actually a play about it. And then one more recently, Maintenance Man 2. The first Maintenance Man, that was one of the first books I got into because I understood the whole concept. And if y'all want to know how I understood the concept, just think about it for a second, okay? And I'm just think about it. I ain't telling y'all shit. Use your brains. Anyway, the good man, you know, he's the one really dominating the game. Think about him. He's the one. You know, people say pimps. Some people say so-called alpha males. All right, so you got this dude who might look like an alpha male on the surface. You know, he got the house, car. You know, he got the woman, got this fine-ass woman. And what's happening is, you know, he working so hard, can't give her any attention. She cheat on his ass. She'll go find somebody else. And what she looking for, other than being discreet, she's going for some physical shit. See, don't believe, fellas, don't believe when women talk about when they get caught cheating, don't believe that like, oh, well, they are cheated for emotional reasons and all of that. That's some bullshit. That is some straight fucking bullshit. They cheated because if you know what, if it was some emotional shit, they wouldn't let the dude run his dick up in her. Think about that shit. You can get a friend and talk to him. Hell, you lonely or something, get a cat. But no, they first of all they going for a guy for just some purely physical reasons. You know, they just want that sex, they want that passion or anything, and they're gonna be aggressive about getting it. So you know, if you one thing with a lot of good men, they in trouble if they actually have to chase a woman. And in fact, a lot of them have trouble having a normal relationship because most of their relationships are with women they cheating with, or cheating on their mates. And it's an unfortunate thing. Cause see, one thing with women and how they cheat. One, if you catch them, you either lucky as hell or they wanted to be caught. Because a woman, she cheats in rhythm, and this is what I mean when I say she cheats in rhythm. She would cheat in such a way that you ain't thinking about that she's cheating. She'll get you used to, like, she'll say, well, she goes to some store every now and then, or some bookstore, some event. She gets you nice and comfortable. You ain't thinking nothing happening, or a common one is just hanging out with the girls. And, she still fucked the main dude, the social guy. She might not suck his dick for some reason, and she might not be as passionate, but as long as he busts his nut, he seems like he's cool. So she'll go out, she'll go with that dude, and the good man, and be buck wild with him, do all the crazy shit that she don't do with the social guy, because a lot of times she don't want social guy to know that she a freak. She hiding that shit from him. Because she know if he find out she a freak or like she getting down like that, he gonna want to ask how she learned all that shit, and then he ain't gonna want to deal with her. So a lot of times they gotta hold back from that guy. But see, good man, he seen that shit. She gets the fuck off with him, and you get a lot of men. You get a lot of men who know that game, and they know how to be cool with a woman. They don't have to say anything. I mean, that's the original meaning of the term DL. Just keep it on the low. And women have had these secret guys, and like I said, they usually chasing the guys. Now, one thing with the good man, everybody's not gonna be one. Now, I know most cases, I say over 90% of the guys who would be like really truly good men, and I would define it as somebody who is consistently fucking somebody else's women. Like he might have a serious rotation, all of them got other men. All the women got a boyfriend, husband, whatever. One of the most consistent things though is, like I say, it's purely physical. These guys ain't in there for their mouthpiece. They ain't in there for their dressing style. They in there because they are. You most of the time, some of them ain't even handsome, or women might not say they're handsome, but they got a nice body and a big dick. I'm just being raw with y'all. Or at least they know what the fuck to do with their dick to make that woman scream. Some of those dudes, they the type of do whatever in the bedroom. They do it. Now I know somebody will say, well, I know this one dude, he messing with this married woman, and he ain't real buff or anything like that. Or I know this other guy, he overweight. Look, they not necessarily good men. They just somebody cheating with a woman. See, a good man is specifically the type of man whose very physicality is causing women to chase him regardless of their relationship situation. That's the definition. That's the true definition. If that dude has to chase, he's not a good man. And the thing with a good man, because women are chasing them, a lot of times women will give them money. They'll buy them clothes. They'll give them something. They'll give them some gifts. They'll buy them food, whatever. And so where's the next logical progression of all this? These guys got a nice physique. What happened? They become strippers, male exotic dancers. They, and then if y'all doubt that, Google male exotic dancers. Google it. Or go through YouTube. Watch these women make it rain. I mean, that shit's so serious. A man, if he got a decent enough body, You got some male exotic dancers. That's all they do. They don't need no side job or anything. Like most female strippers, they got to work something else, 2 and 3 other jobs. Very few female strippers got like that, but most male strippers, this is what they do. They got like drug dealer money. I've known several. These dudes don't do anything else. They just travel and dance, and it's like that serious. But see, they started out as good men. They figured out, hey, women going to pay just to be in their presence. Women going to sponsor them. Now you do get some situations where you might get some woman and she might try to keep that dude as a boy toy or something. As a kept man. That happens. That happens. But again, it's that physicality. Now some of the smarter ones, they actually becoming escorts. That whole Michael Baisden in his book, in his Maintenance Man books, touched on that. I mean, and that's some serious shit. If you that's becoming a bigger business too, because to be honest, there's a lot of single women out here. And just to be clear, this ain't I know I do a lot of videos directed at black men and women, but this is overall. Cause I've known some serious good men, some like white guys, and they were shit. The stories they were telling me, and some of the shit I actually witnessed, I was like, damn. So that's a universal thing. That's a universal thing, at least in Western culture. It might be in some other non-Western cultures as well too. I don't know, but it's that whole thing, the good man. And you think about something, like I say, it's pure physicality. It's all about that physique. It's all about that satisfying a woman's primal need. And that's why, like in my Nice Guys and Players books, all my stuff, even though I'll talk about a lot of things, and I'll talk about talking to women, and I'll even get into some of the more esoteric aspects of dealing with women. One of the main things I always say to guys, I say, you hitting the gym. Are you putting on muscle, or are you losing weight to show that muscle? And the thing is, you see it, because think about something. The good man starts off young. He's getting gifts from like older women, maybe even some girls in the neighborhood. He might graduate to be a dancer or something. Some of them do, not all of them do, but some might graduate to be dancers, getting money. Escorts, you really getting money. Women pay for what they value. If you want to find out what a woman values, really what any human being values, but in this case specifically women, what are they paying for? What they giving money for? And they giving it for the good man. So I wanted to hit y'all with that. And just understand, many women have that good man. I mean, they sharing them, because they ain't like a lot of good men, but if you get one good man and he doing like 10 women and stuff, a lot of men, a lot of good guys who think they on top and think that they have a woman really don't. They sharing that shit. Hell, some cases a good man might be keeping the marriage intact, because that good man is satisfying the woman, so she ain't feeling the need to like roll out on the guy who's she otherwise loves the guy, just ain't in love with him. Yeah, I'm gonna do a video on that whole concept one day, but it is what it is. So anyway, that's all I had to say. Like, listen to it, think about it, and the beauty of everything I'm saying, y'all can check it out for yourselves. Anyway, I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.